Hey, good day to the whole wide world. This is a new dawn for the Africans. I have a very simple message that I hope that those who will understand me will make this go viral. There are many times you see things that go viral are not things that help the black man. There are a lot we can do for ourselves. And I want you to make sure that if you understand my message to the whole black community, I mean Africa, let this go viral. The message is very simple. What has happened to Africa? Did we forget about the visions of our forefathers? What has happened? We've lost focus. We had great men like Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, Julius Nyerere, Nelson Mandela. But we are still wallowing in poverty. We are still struggling to see the development that Africa needs to see. Why? Why do you still have the world superpowers still coming to Africa? Why? Have you asked yourself? These are the questions that we do not ask ourselves in Africa and make us think that we are not enough. We don't have what it takes to develop Africa. What happened to Organization of African Unity? What happened to the visions of our great leaders? Do we have leaders in Africa? Yes, we do, but we don't have thinking leaders. Africa has everything. Africa has the human resource. Africa has the mineral resource. Africa has great weather. Africa has God. And we are still struggling to live a quality human life. If China has everything, why is China all over in Africa? Have you paused to ask yourself in Africa? China has the money, China has everything, China is becoming this world superpower and still coming to Africa. Have you paused in Africa to ask yourself, why? Why China won't stay in China? This is our problem. We refuse to put up our thinking caps. And the so-called superpower keeps coming back and taking from Africa. For the Eastern, Central, and Southern Africa, I don't know what exactly is happening to you guys. You are always killing each other over foolish stuff. You are always having tribal wars for no reason, and you have no good drinking water. Human lives are wasted, and there are no development. And you cannot stop your foolishness in wars. West Africa, and especially Ghana, was supposed to have been the beacon of Africa, the gateway to Africa. Look at Ghana. Ghana just had $1 billion loan facility from the World Bank to help with coronavirus infection. Do Ghanaians understand what $1 billion is? We are wasting money every day in our lives in Africa, and there is no significant development to our people. How hard it is to be able to develop a nation with so much resources, and the same people, the citizenry, keep watching and looking on. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria, with the largest economy in West Africa, is always sleeping in darkness. What does it take to develop electric grid for the different states in Nigeria? What's the use of your polytechnics? What's the use of your universities? And the so-called rich men and women in Nigeria, what is the problem with you? Electric grid? You cannot have constant electricity for how God knows how long in Nigeria. Let me just settle down to West Africa because my roots come from West Africa. What happened to ECOWAS? Economic Community of West African States. What happened to the vision of ECOWAS? ECOWAS should have been the backbone of West Africa. ECOWAS could have promoted economic exchange among West African countries. And do you know what that means? Sell to Liberia, sell to Togo, buy from Togo, buy from Ghana, sell to Nigeria, go to Senegal. Interchange of skills, talent, resources was going to make West Africa great. What happened to ECOWAS? ECOWAS ended up having a branch called ECOMOG, the peacekeeping force of West Africa. What happened to it? If ECOMOG had been in existence, Boko Haram wouldn't have seen the light of the day. What happens to our visions in Africa? Millions of dollars are being pumped into that continent, and yet still, people don't have good drinking water. When coronavirus entered into Africa, see the talent. The youth has been able to develop, tanks and, very innovative devices that you wonder if these people were still in Ghana. How could they come up with such creativity? It's because somebody's not paying attention. And it's our leaders. Because of greed. They steal from the people. They steal from the nation. And we keep looking. Some will say, well, they will kill us when we rise up. No. How many people can they kill? They cannot kill everybody. Somebody got to do it. If you are scared to die, to protest, we all die. Somebody got to do it. Either you or me. This video is supposed to go everywhere in Africa to raise awareness. Why is it that we cannot develop? What is our problem? Our leadership is our problem. They refuse to think because of their selfish interest. They sell our resources and do not apply them as they should. It's about time in Africa. Begin to question yourself. Why are we still behind in development? The youth are the frontiers of development. If you keep doing partisan politics, there is nothing wrong with belonging to any political party, but you cannot support their ill motives. When you belong to a political party, when the party is acting like a fool, point it out. Because whatever happens, you'll be a victim. If my political party is in power and is doing the wrong thing and I'm not bold enough to confront them, when the end results come, I'll be a victim. Guys, wake up. Ask questions. Why do we have so much billions and billions of dollars being pumped into our nations and we cannot see development? Ask them. Presidents, ministers are not monsters. They are servants to the nation. They are accountable to you, the citizenry. Ask them questions. Demand for development in Africa. You gotta demand it now. It saddens my heart to see what we have learned from somewhere outside the African continent. It's the same principle when applied in Africa. Africa will turn into a developed continent. I wish you guys all the best of luck in this fight for development in Africa.